the Triumph tonight on my starting issue. It's now no longer a no start issue, it's now a hard start issue. I haven't replaced the stator yet, but I took Wolfpack Drift Club's advice and just shot a bunch of starting fluid in it, and it started right up. So it's definitely a fuel or a timing issue. So I'm going to take Rick Constant's information. Sorry, Rick. I'm going to take your all the things that you sent over to me. I'm going to double check this timing again, like you said in those comments. But I'm going to show you guys right now. I can get it to start. I just can't keep it running for a long period of time. And if I try hitting the gas, it pops a lot. So it's definitely got to be timing, or it's got to be a fuel issue. So I'm going to work through the carburetor, work through the timing now in this video, and see if we can't get this to improve. Because if I don't put the starting fluid in it, I can't get it to start on its own. I have to do the starting fluid. It will not start otherwise. So let's see if this works. So I'm going to show you that I can get it running with starting fluid, but I can't get it running without it right now. And my goal is tonight to get rid of this hard start issue. Now that doesn't mean it's not the stator. In researching the responsibility of the stator, one of the signs of a bad stator is a hard start. So it still could be the stator. But I'm going to double check the timing and go through the carb first, just to make sure. But I want to show you guys how this works. Get some power. Choke it. A little love juice.
Boom boom juice.
Yeah, you got it. Won't run without it. Come on now. That's a good sign. That's pretty much what it does. If I try to give it any gas at all, it shuts out. And if I keep it running for a long period of time, it'll start popping. So I'm going to go through the carb first. And then, actually, you know what? Forget the carb. I'm going to go through the timing first on Rick's recommendations. So I've got the cover off now, so I can check all of that. I'll share that with you guys, and we'll go from there. I love saying that. Okay. So, we go check timing. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this bolt so I can get back to top dead center. And I don't have that special tool that Triumph uses, but a lot of people just recommended using a screwdriver. And that actually worked really well, so I'm going to show you how I did that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure these timing marks are on. Now I'm assuming, and this is a guess, that this isn't center, but I believe, I guess we'll see when I go to top dead center, that this is my 30, I think it's 38 degrees retard. If not, then maybe that's what, I just need to figure this out. But so I'm going to go and double check my manual, but either this is the retard setting that it needs to be at, or this is top dead center and it needs to be here. So I'm going to figure that out, and go from there. And I did see a mark there, which is good, so maybe I'm supposed to pull that over. I just don't remember. I'm going to look that up real quick. But that's the first thing I want to do is reset this. Now I went ahead and just put the bike on top of the battery again. I'm going to remove the spark plugs, put her in 4th gear, and turn her over with the back tire. So you guys will be able to see all that. We'll go from there.
You'll be paying a 50 pounds out for making a decision you're supposed to pay for the enemy.
Go, fourth gear. Roly poly. Alright. Now to get our top dead center mark, it's actually pretty simple. We're going to put this flathead screwdriver in here. Move this motor around till it drops in. So, check that again. Yeah, just make sure. Not all the way down. Alright, so there it is, right there. And alright, so there's top dead center. And a lot of the comments that I got is that when it's on top dead center, that I need to make sure that this, I guess that's part of this timing, is, if I'm understanding this correctly, that this valve needs to be shut all the way. I'm on top dead center and that valve is not shutting all the way, so when I'm kicking it over, that valve is still partially open on the side, not the timing side. They said it was supposed to be on the compression side, so not compression side, this side. So I'm going to go ahead and start setting, I guess you would call it the retard back. See if I get this valve to close as I'm doing it, because maybe that's my issue. So let's take a look. Right now, timing, it's pretty close, pull you guys up, to this mark here. See these marks here? Some original, see if I can get a better view, sorry. You can see some original marks there, and that arrow. And I believe it's supposed to come back now to there. So I'm going to slowly move it and see if this valve closes when we do it. That's the valve going up, so it comes back to that pin there. Valve is still not closed. Okay, that's the valve closed. Now there is an old pencil mark, sorry, really bad view, right back there. But if I don't know if this makes any sense, but if I put it at that valve being closed, if I'm understanding this correctly, my timing mark's all the way up here. That doesn't make sense to me. There is another mark there. There's so many old marks. And hell, I could have been the one to do them. Let me take a look at that. Nope. That's at a close, but that makes sense. Alright. I mean, I don't know if these original marks are right or not. So, the only way to do it is let's test it. Let's try kicking it over, see what it does. So I've got it set to what I think is the right timing. Now, the valve is closed completely, if I'm understanding this correctly. So I'm going to try to kick it over without using the starting fluid. Let's see if this works. I'm going to try kicking it on this battery. We'll see if this works. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even turn it on. I'm an idiot.
Rookie!
Yeah. All right. Oh, wow, it did try. Guys, I'm an idiot. For everyone that commented about the compression stroke, you guys are 100% right. Thank you. I'm going to go through the carburetor and all that now, but no starting fluid. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Got it. So that's, what was his name? Rick. I owe you a beer. Call me. All right, so I'm going to break it down for you guys so that way if anyone else is dealing with this issue, exactly what went down. Basically what I did is when I took this out, I put the bike on a little battery stand so the back tire was off the ground in the air. And I put the bike in 4th gear with the spark plugs out, and I turned the bike over and I put a screwdriver in here and I could feel and the bottom of the, I believe that's the cam. And what happened is I would or the crank, and I just kept turning the tire until that screwdriver fell in, just like the timing tool does that you can get from Triumph. When I did that, it showed up on someone's original mark, which was that little dot right there, which was top dead center. And then what I did is I turned the bike until this valve right here, it wasn't closed all the way, so I know there's a retard setting where it has to be moved back, and that setting is so that valve will close. So I turned the tire all the way until that valve completely closed, and funny enough, I did it one more time, and it ended up on this, I'm trying to show it to you, this pencil mark right here. So that pencil mark ended up right there. So I was wrong in the beginning about these two lines. Now even though that mark ended up all the way up there, that was the correct setting because I got off the bike, put the spark plugs back in, put it back in neutral, and you guys saw, started right up. So, if you're dealing with the same issue, take a look at that. Now, I'm still going to replace this stator and this alternator just because I kept bringing it up, so I want to do it anyway. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this bike. So my next video will hopefully be some kick-ass rides. But I want to thank everybody that commented because of you guys, I'm running again. So I really appreciate it. Until next time, guys. See ya.